We'll do it live.
All right, I guess Luke's ready to start. Again, we are wrapping up the end of 2025, which has been a wild ride. It's hard to believe that we've been actually doing this for 6 years now. Because I don't know if you remember, our first video was 2019.
Oh, they remember.
Oh, they
Everybody,
remember,
I hear
yeah.
about it all the time.
Deeply.
Yeah.
2019. Wow, where have 6 years gone? That was the longest decade of my life.
Yeah, it's nuts. How long did you guys do it before me? Because did you do it for
Not
a
very
full
long.
year, too?
You actually, I think we had 20 episodes in,
Okay.
which would have been almost a full year because we were doing it every other.
Check the episodes, and when do they start getting good? 'Cause that's when Luke came on board.
Well, we're on pace for like 250 episodes so far, and
That's actually nuts.
But
That's
I think
great.
he made us look good. I think it was around like number 30 or something like that.
We're looking at episodes. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah, I'm
checking real estate listings
not
right now.
completely
or-
disinterested in whatever you guys are
Facebook
talking
marketplacing right now.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good deal.
Is this still available?
Yeah.
It's great, Tyler. But yeah, we're winding down. It's Christmas week, or the week before Christmas. We just want to say thank you for being here. We really appreciate all the support, not only when you're watching here, but out in public. It's been very fun. I'm going to keep on looking for Luke's episode here.
Especially out in public. They love when we're
Right.
going to run up to them. It's a podcast, guys.
Yeah,
They love
right.
us.
Yeah.
So please do that more.
Yeah.
Especially to Mark.
Yeah. I need that validation for sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, I think it's been a good year. A lot of people, I think one of the things that concerned me 6 years ago was if we wanted to put out a new episode every week, we're going to have to twist somebody's arm to come on here with us every week. And that, has not been a problem. And it's people are pretty receptive to it, and we really love it when you reach out to us, and we might say no. We rarely do, though. But if you want to talk about your political campaign, probably not gonna. If you want to, so there's a few off-limit topics, but it's been tremendous support from the community, and it's made it easy and fun, which is why we still do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think really the reasoning behind today's conversation, it was kind of reminiscing on some of our favorite and maybe least favorite, because I think they always get a little bit fun. And if you're this far into the episode, I think we express that liberty as members of the media to share our personality here. But, we're looking back. Luke, I think you contacted me after episode 3. Pretty aggressive on your part.
Wow. But I caught you early on.
Yeah, but I think you started to produce it in the mid 30s.
Okay.
And then I think you were a guest. You were a guest 4 years ago, providing value with Luke Edlund. 0 views. Ooh.
Oof.
Roach. Yeah.
That's tough luck.
Oh, I take it back. This one says number 60. We have a new producer for the BCP, Luke Edlund. So yeah, number 60.
All right.
We put you through a pretty rigorous interview process.
Yeah, it was tough. I had to beat out a couple other producers.
Ken Barlow.
Yeah. We said, wait, you're going to charge us how much?
Stop talking about the
come
weather.
on in. Yeah.
There's a podcast. But So episode 60 is like when I think you officially took over.
Yeah.
And we interviewed you at that point.
Episode 60, like 4 or 5 studios ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah. We might be in this one the longest.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it is, I think people get a little bit overwhelmed, like, oh gosh, one, it's partially my sign storage room, but also you do a great job of not putting our signs in here. But, do you have a favorite story to go back to that as far as recording or a guest or anything like that?
There's a lot of them that I have really enjoyed from behind the camera. Like, it's always fun because I'm a fan first and foremost, and so I get to just experience the podcast before everyone else, which is
Looking
fun.
for that Christmas bonus.
That's right. But I've had a lot of them that were just so fun to listen to the conversation from an outsider's point of view. One of them was I don't remember how long ago this was, but when we did the Baki reminiscing episode, and I never knew Baki, but
Sure.
I felt like it did just from being in the room with the guys talking about stories, all those things that happened in the person he was.
Yeah.
And it really, like, that's one of my favorite episodes going back. Even though I didn't know the guy personally, it was one of my favorite episodes to listen to because he just you got to know him, which is really fun.
You get some wrestlers sitting around a table, and the conversation happens pretty naturally. Yeah, for sure.
Some people,
Did I cut you off or
No,
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
one of my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because he was apparently done listening.
Yeah, exactly.
As I'm kind of scrolling through back here, is like people ask, well, have you ever interviewed anybody famous? And like, I immediately kind of go to
Malarchuk.
Clint Malarchuk,
Right.
who was famously
With Bauman on too.
right. I'm just looking at that right now. It's like, oh yeah, we also had an NFL quarterback, in here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
A couple of heavy hitting Instagrammers like Chris Klein. I mean, he's got I think hundreds of thousands of followers, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I mean, we get to have neat conversations about their interest, and I've learned quite a bit. I would probably say one of my favorites was Tom Kuzma when he was in here, and when you can kind of release some of your personality.
he's been in twice.
Yeah, he was late one time. But
I was late today.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. But no, it was really fun, and it was his first one. And he's talking about fats, and he's talking about avocados, and fats are good, and peanuts, and all of this. And I went into post production, and I added some sound effects, and you can hear him. He couldn't hear the sound effects that I hadn't put in there yet, but I'll try and post this in the comments if I remember to or not. But it was really fun just kind of playing around with that, but of just trying to catch people off guard to bring their nerves down just a little bit. So that was one of my favorite ones.
Yeah, and then you have, if you have a favorite, then you probably by default you have to have a least favorite. And there was, look, I mean, I think we've gotten better, but early on we're not professional interviewers. We're not, and some people aren't naturally. They don't have the gift of gab, and so when we aren't able to bring it out of them, and they aren't naturally able to, some of them you finish up recording, and you're like, we're gonna air that one. Yeah, we have to air that one. And I'm sure people watching and listening probably have a few episodes like that in mind of like, well, I can't believe they aired that one.
Yeah,
But that's one of the things we said when we started was we are going to do 50 episodes. We are not going to stop before 50 episodes, no matter how
bad it was.
Like, you just hold your feet to the fire in that way, and here we are at 250. So
yeah. I go back to some of them. There has been multiple that were pretty bad. No offense, but I think they were thankful that it didn't get aired.
yeah,
Like the footage is just like, let's just drag this one to the old trash bin, and we'll try it again at another date. But like, it was not a good production. I mean, it wouldn't have done anything for their image either.
yeah.
But yeah, and I'll say maybe those are my least favorite, just because it wasn't a fun product to put out.
And I'll take as much blame for that as because actually most of the episodes that don't make it to the internet
It's because we talk too
are
much.
because there's no guest. They're the ones that we record by ourselves.
There's several of those.
There's several of those,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so it's certainly we're not immune to recording episodes that never see the air. And Luke actually has a file of
I have so much
for
footage.
when
It's a nuclear button.
If you ever need blackmail of these guys, hit me up.
Yeah.
I charge a lot.
yeah
Kind of, I don't know if when we were interviewing candidates, and again, and I thought we like to stay away from politics a lot. But I mean, we're talking about the mayor race,
nonpartisan. Nonpartisan.
So I mean, those are that nonpartisan positions. But it's funny, like we gave everybody their own platform, the same questions. We try to make it as fair as possible. You know, we're trying to, you know, be the next, is it Leonard Holt? I don't know. Anyway, but he's talking, and he just stops in the middle of a sentence, and he just stops and he looks, he goes, I forgot your name. I'm like, all right, well, that could have been without said. You could have just said, hey, you know what? You know, you didn't have to say my name,
Hey,
Tyler.
pal.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
You know, so that was, you know, a fun one. And I say, remember the one with Jameson? Where
That's the most uncomfortable I've been on the Buffalo Community Podcast. Through no fault of his own, he mentioned a statement that was an inside joke between us, and we lost it. And he could not have handled it any better.
oh yeah,
Any other guest in the history of this show would have gotten completely derailed by us. Quite frankly, it was rude. But it was funny to us.
but the rude in like the fact of like you're not supposed to laugh in church, but if you're supposed to be very reverent in a situation, it's like laughing at a funeral, like it becomes 10 times funnier when you're not supposed to be laughing.
It's not fair that it works that way.
And you can see it on the video. Like he says the word, and I go, just a little.
That's all it took.
That's all it took.
I see it out the corner of my eye.
Mark reacts barely, and I kind of go, stop, and then I just lost it. Again, that was kind of
So
fun.
shout out to Jameson for
Yeah,
being cool as a cucumber, because
Yeah.
we're not very professional in our unpaid podcast host.
it was the dumbest inside joke too.
Yeah.
I mean, like it was the dumbest.
Yeah.
Middle school humor is good.
If you have my cell phone, I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
Text me, but I'm going to show it to you. I'm not going to text it to you. But it was a great inside joke.
It was not a great inside joke. That's the hard part.
Everything about it though after it
Yeah.
has made it worth it. What are some other ones? It's I go to the fact that we now have guests that have passed away, unfortunately. You know, when we get to interview Joe Motlow,
Yep.
Ken Ogden, you know, you got to tell and Joe, that was only a couple weeks later he had passed away.
Well, we had Joe on what, 4 times? 3 or 4 times?
3 or 4 times.
And that last episode was an episode, you know, the first 3 were, hey, here's my journey. I'm fighting. I'm going to, maybe some of them, he was even maybe declared cancer-free maybe in some of them. And then it comes back. And then that last episode, we connect with Joe, and it's, I'm at the end here, and I want to talk about it, right? So the fight was
Over.
An opportunity to have a guest on that's willing to share that story and the journey and how he's gotten to where he's, kind of a cool 3 or 4 episodes that.
In a unique situation to be able to, because we asked him permission. I mean, like, what can we not talk about?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, he goes, just ask me anything.
And if
like,
you know Joe, there's nothing off limits.
Yeah. And kind of what a special place to be. I mean, like if you ever had somebody pass away in your life and you're kind of, lack of a better term, dying to know the answers of what's going through your mind. Mm-hmm. You're afraid, is like that. He gave us permission to be open like that and encouraged it. So, I mean, I think that was pretty fantastic.
Yep. I'm seeing John Holtz there. He's been on, 3 times?
I could talk to him every week.
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be back on.
Yeah.
He's usually a summer guest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but teachers and coaches from the school district here, BHM School District, they always have good stories to tell, and they're easy interviews. And like we always say, the less we talk, the better. And anytime
Except one. I will tell you one. You'll remember it. It was height of COVID, and it was on a Zoom.
Ooh,
That was a rough one. I mean, because it was talking about statistics and
Yeah.
COVID
Regulation
stats
and
yeah, it was, and no fault of her. I mean, it was her job, but
completely.
it was just an awful episode. It's like, I don't like this.
That was
you know?
probably the first episode, though, because the county reached out to us, and it was kind of an eye opener for us in terms of like, wow,
it's
like
reach.
we have apparently some reach in that people are reaching out to us with an important message, and they
Yeah.
viewed us as a place to get out a good important message. So I think I could be misremembering, but I feel like that was kind of a validating moment of, or an eye opener of like, yeah, people are
Yeah.
seeing it. So
I mean, that was episode 12.
wow.
I mean, so to go into that point
That's
of,
super early.
Yeah, we were still pretty bad at this.
Yeah.
Maybe we still are. I mean, it's not up to me. It's up
but
to
it was
you.
an hour and 7 minutes of,
Zoom.
you know, COVID updates and everything that nobody wants to listen to and everything. I mean, so that was I don't know, that was a low point of the world.
Yeah.
So
And the podcast.
not just us, but
I've always really liked the coaches that have come on. And maybe it's just because they're coaches, and so I'm familiar with that mindset or
Yep.
what they're teaching, whatever. But we've had Lit and Ortman and
Jordan's
Jordan's
Rust.
been on, and
Blake Trillinger.
Trellinger. Gaeta, not a coach, but the AD at the school.
Yeah.
I've always liked those episodes. I feel like
Right.
it's very familiar. Feels like home.
some of my favorite, and you'll probably talk about these every year, is our high school Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
That's some of my favorite
Yeah.
episodes as well.
Those are great.
Yeah. What's in the future for the Buffalo Community Podcast?
Well, can
Be
you
looking
really
for a new
scale-
co-host pretty quick here, probably. You can send your applications. Just kidding.
But
Send them to Tyler.
we all know where your bread
Yeah.
is buttered. Yeah. I'm cruising through our episodes list here, and so many different topics. And
How about this one? I'm going to be honest. This is one I was not totally. We all book guests, right?
Yeah.
And we don't say, hey, what do you guys think about this guest? It's like, hey, I got one. And sometimes Tyler's like, seriously, we're going to talk about that? Or
did you point to Jamie Broman or
No.
Seashells by Shelley?
Seashells by Shelley?
And
Of like, we're gonna talk about rocks, huh? And boy, 10, 15 minutes into that one, I'm like, let's talk about rocks. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, and then she left, and you're like, I was not expecting to enjoy that one.
I'm a glow rock kind of guy.
Yeah.
That was a case of like their passion comes through, and
Yep.
then it doesn't really matter what you're talking about.
Right.
You're talking about something that they love.
Yep. 100%.
One. Remember when we used to do Christmas cookie tasting? We asked people to submit some of their favorites, and I'm just looking at one. This is very pertinent to the time of year, and we're eating them, and all of a sudden, like, we get done because we didn't eat all of the cookies in front of us on camera, but they go, "Oh, did Tommy eat the one?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" No, well, they put toothpaste on a sugar cookie in hopes that it would have pulled a prank on one of us, and just like, but no, it didn't. Unfortunately, it
Yeah.
didn't get eaten on camera. But we got some pretty interesting people that
Yeah.
are around
What
us.
could have been.
Yeah. I suppose we could go on talking about this forever, and maybe it's only interesting to us. But no, it's been a fun year. It's been a fun 6 years. There's no end in sight. So
Yeah,
I think as long as our careers allow us the opportunity to keep bringing a message to the community of various topics and interests, we'll be here for it. So
yeah. I'm again still scrolling, but remember when we were trying to guess how much a horse is? That was kind of fun.
yeah.
Or word guessing. We came up with hot dog.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one. I'm sorry. I'm like, this is fun. This is a nice trip down memory lane here. So
Buy now. Buy now. It's a good deal.
By now.
Buy it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's still available. Oh yeah. I won another auction. Nice.
Yeah. Well, on that note.
Yeah. Well, again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. This will be our last one of 2025. We really appreciate everything and all of the support. On behalf of the Buffalo Community Podcast, I'm Tyler Reese.
I'm Mark Benzer.
Luke Edlin.
Thanks for listening to the Buffalo Community Podcast, produced by Edlin Media. You can find us on Facebook and YouTube, as well as anywhere you listen to podcasts.